I've been waiting for this moment for 15 years. Welcome back to another episode of Tick Off Tuesday. My name is Joel and this is the show where I talk about how I ticked off over half of my bucket list because my goal is to encourage you to start your own list and go after your dream. So this guy right here, that is Danny MacAskill. He's a trial biker and in 2009 he has released a video called Inspired Bicycles. And that video was just mind-blowing to me because back then I was just starting out with parkour, and in this video he basically does parkour with his bike. So obviously that was super cool. I really liked the music that they were using in this video and it was just so inspiring seeing that, and I was thinking to myself, I want to meet that guy. He seems to be such a cool guy. I want to meet him. I mean, I didn't have this bucket list back then, but it was definitely a bucket list item that I kept in my head. So when I wrote this list in 2020, I put it on here. But instead of just saying meeting Danny MacAskill, I thought I need to make it a little bit more interesting. So I put it on there as doing a side flip over Danny MacAskill. Because I also thought that this would make it stand out a lot more than just meeting him. So in those 15 years, I actually had 5 situations where I almost met him. The first one was already in 2012 when Danny was in Santorini, where the Art of Motion took place, where I also participated many times, and I've been there 7 times, but not in 2012. So I missed him there already. Then the next opportunity was in 2017, which was very random because I got this email from a photographer that was looking for free running spots in Zurich in Switzerland. And he asked me if I could join them on this photo shooting to show them around, to find those cool looking free running spots. And guess for who would this photo shooting have been for? Yes, Danny MacAskill. Unfortunately, it was raining on that day, so the photo shooting got cancelled. Yeah. Then another opportunity was in 2021. I was doing a project with Red Bull, so I had a contact there and I told them about this idea that I want to meet Danny. And because Danny is also sponsored by Red Bull, they put me in touch with his manager. So I was talking to his manager, but because it was spring, it was kind of like the peak season for Danny and he was just too busy to make something like this happening. Then another year later in 2022, I told Insta360 about this idea, and because I'm shooting a lot of content for Insta360 back then, I was like, it would be so cool to jump over Danny doing a flip, holding a Insta360 in my hand and filming this whole thing. So I was again talking to the manager about this, but the issue there was that Danny is working with GoPro as well, and GoPro and Insta360, they are competitors, so that's why they couldn't make it happen. Then in 2023, I was trying a different approach. Fabio Wittmer, he's an Austrian trial biker as well, and he's a close friend of Danny, and I was like, I kind of already know Fabio through other people, so I thought, okay, maybe I can get in touch with Fabio, meet him, do a side flip over him, and by doing that kind of pitch Danny as well, or just ask Fabio to send that video to Danny and tell him that I want to do that with him. Then I was in Spain and on my way back I wanted to stop in Monaco where Fabio lives and make that happen. So I was in touch with Fabio and his manager, but then last minute they cancelled that again because they had another video project coming up and just didn't have the time for me, unfortunately. So the 5th time I have failed. But then in 2024, because I have shared this goal with so many people over the last 15 years, a lot of people and a lot of my friends knew about that. So my friend Teresa, she was at this freestyle event in Vienna, and out of the blue, she texted me. She's like, hey, Danny is here. And then I was like, wow, thank you so much for letting me know. I'm in Vienna, I come there right now. And then I got another message from her saying that I have already asked him and he would do it with you. I was like, what? Because Teresa, her boyfriend, is riding in this freestyle event as well, so therefore she got those backstage passes and she just went up to Danny and asked him. I was like, wow, this is what can happen if other people know about your goal. So then I think on this day it wasn't possible anymore because Danny went back to the hotel already, but then the next day they had another performance and I just went there, met this friend Teresa. She gave me backstage tickets as well, so I was in the same area where Danny was. And then at the right time we went up to him and we were like, hey, let's do this now. So we went backstage, we went to this area and we were just talking a little bit, and as I expected already when watching that video in 2009, He's a super nice guy. So we went to that area, I warmed up a little bit, we did like a practice run, and then it was go time. I did a side flip over Danny MacAskill and ticked that off my bucket list. And the moral of the story is that some dreams take time. It took me 15 years to tick that off. So just be patient. Try many different ways, tell that goal to many of your friends, because then other people can actually help you. And I'm pretty sure you will make it happen at some point. And now create your own bucket list and go after it. I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye bye.